Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sue Weigand. I am the Marketing and Event Coordinator with Kendal at Home. This afternoon, we have the pleasure of having Jackie Weigand join us. She is a Kendal at Home member. She has been a member since 2018. And for our second act this month, she's going to talk about May I Have This Dance, exploring the beauty and benefits of ballroom. Also with us today in the background, who's going to be helping us out with questions and conversation, is Katie Tipton, who is a care coordinator with Kendal at Home and also happens to be Jackie's care coordinator.
Hello, everyone from behind the camera.
So if you have questions, please feel free to put them in the Q&A or in the chat, and we will get to those eventually. And with that, I'm going to let you take it away, Katie.
All right. I just silenced your phone. So hello, everyone, and welcome. This is Jackie. Jackie and I have known each other for quite some time now. So the important part of this first is this was something, tell us about ballroom dancing. When did you start this journey with ballroom dancing?
Ballroom dancing was something I always wanted to do, but never had a partner to cooperate with me because my husband wasn't interested. So I took lessons with a group about 20 some years ago, but I didn't succeed the way I wanted to. There was too many other things interrupting and distracting me. So I quit. So that was over 20 some years ago. When my husband passed away and I had gone to grieving groups, the suggestion was made to try something new and different to make your life something you could look forward to. So the thought came, why not ballroom dancing again? Let's see how it works this time. Well, a friend of mine invited me to a social dance, and I realized I needed lessons because I had two left feet. After all these years of wanting to dance, it wasn't good enough for ballroom dancing. So I started private classes, and that was in March of 2019. And I just kept going and going, and I will not stop until my body tells me it's done, because it's just been such a benefit. My balance is better. My cardio is better than it was when I started. I feel in a different frame of mind. It's clearing my head, teaching me something new and different, keeping me active. I feel that my health is at the best that it could be for my age. Maybe better, I don't know, but I'm very happy with what I'm able to do. I'm still independent, and dancing has been a help for that. That's my choice. Other people might find something else and do the same thing, but dancing is fun. It's a fun exercise.
Sue, I wondered if you could start out by playing one of Jackie's favorite dances.
So I received several dances from Jackie, and this one she said was one of her very favorites. It is a short clip of a Viennese waltz. So I'm going to share this now.
I did this dance for a showcase. Showcases are when a student does a special solo with their teacher. And I made up my mind, this is the first time I've done it in all the years that I was dancing. This is what I did for the showcase, of course, in a different outfit. It's more elegant.
That's it. That's so nice.
That was beautiful, Jackie.
I love it. I love Viennese waltz. It's just so elegant.
Tell us about that nice man that you were dancing with. Is that your instructor?
My instructor, Chad Taddy, he is young enough to be my grandson. But I'm very pleased to have, I chose him because I talked to people who had teachers and he was the suggestion and I love him. He treats me with gentle care and he's very patient with me because some things I'm a little difficult, but I manage.
So tell me, you go how often to
Right
dance
now,
classes?
twice a week to classes. Right now, at the beginning, I was doing once a week. Then I went to twice a week. Then I went to 3 times a week. And then I cut back again. Once I had all the dances that I wanted to learn down where I knew what to do, I decided twice a week because I don't have to be able to keep going and learn. But then I'm down to 2 weeks or twice a week now.
How long are each class? How long do you?
40 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do some sort of warm up to get started?
We do a dance to warm up.
Okay. There you go. Is there a cool down process?
Cool down
Or-
when I get in my car.
And you go through there. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Very good. How many people are in classes or is it the one-on-one?
This is a one-on-one. It's a private class, yeah. And there are group classes, but I've chosen to go with the private teacher. I figure that I get more out of it that way. That's at the beginning. For someone who wants to just start, that's what I did 20-some years ago, was just in group class. Never did any more than group. But now that I really want to get more serious with it and do more dances, I can do 13 or 14 different dances. Not perfectly, but I could social dance all those dances. So that was my goal when I started. Chad asked me that, what is your goal? And I told him, I want to be able to do all the dances that they do with the social dance and improve on them as I go on. So that's what I've done.
Hey, Sue, let's watch another clip, please.
This is a quick step, which personally is always one of my favorites. So here we go. Take me just.
Very good.
Love it. What's funny is when she started this conversation, you mentioned 2 left feet. It's even intimidating to look at it because you feel like that's a lot of work you did to get to that point. You have how many dances under your belt that you feel comfortable
At
with?
least 14.
My goodness.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I can dance with anyone, any level.
Are there social activities through this group, like through this
Yeah,
dance
the studio
studio?
has twice a month. First and third Friday, they have a social dance.
Oh,
And then there's other ones. Where I first started in Beechwood, they have every weekend dances. But Solon is closer. It's just more convenient for me to get. And if I feel like going on a day that Solon doesn't have a dance, then I go to Beechwood. But it interspersed with both of them.
and you met people through that.
Met through people. One of the dearest girls I met there when I first went, the very first social dance, she welcomed me like I was her best friend.
Oh.
So we've been friends since. We get to see each other at dances. We talk on the phone every now and then, just conversing. Yeah, so people have been very receptive and very warm, even though I'm by myself. They've been accepting me and enjoying what I'm doing.
Did you ever, I mean, you just said something that kind of struck with me. You went by yourself. You decided to do this solo. This was
All
something,
by myself.
Yeah.
Didn't know anybody except this one friend who invited me the very first dance I went to. She was the only one that was there. And then after that, I mean, that's just what I did. I figured I'm going there for me. I'm not going there to be with anybody. I'll meet new people, and that's what I've done.
but your true passion is the actual movements and the dance.
Yeah, I love it. I've always been an exercise enthusiast. This was the best way, the most fun way to get full body exercise. It's like swimming. Your whole body is used, just like same thing with dancing. Your whole body is used. So it's a good way to exercise, but it's fun. This is something pumping weights where you can't wait to get done.
Right.
Where this way, when he says my class is over already, I have to go home. Darn.
Well, it says you've always been physically active. Racquetball player, aerobics, like you said, 4 kids born within 6 years. Now you have 11 grandchildren, 4
great granddaughters. Yes.
great granddaughters.
Grandaughters.
Well, there you are.
Yeah, great granddaughters.
What would you say to somebody who's looking for it was because ballroom sparked you from the past?
Yes, well, I love dancing. And I love ballroom dancing. I've watched the professionals, everyone dancing with the stars, and I always said I'd love to be them. And it was my opportunity. So I said, I don't know if I can do this or not, but I have to try. And I did. And it was well worth it. It's like a passion now.
So
Yeah.
I think it's time for another video, Katie.
I agree. I'm coming around to watch from the side. Thank you.
This one is Bolero.
This one I'm planning on showcase again. The Bolero. So we're looking at.
You have a lot of documents. I wonder I can't keep up with you. I didn't have mine today.
I love the way that the legs move so well, like you and that partner. Now, you talked about you working on it for showcase. Tell me what that exactly means.
Showcase means that you're showcasing what you can do, basically. And it's like a recital for a dance, whatever. So, but you do a solo. Most of the time it's a solo. Sometimes it'll be a whole bunch doing the same dance, but when you choose a solo, it's just you and your teacher, and you showcase a special song, a special piece that you want to dance to. And the Bolero was a challenge for me. So I thought that I'm going to give this one a try, just like the Viennese for me, and I did a showcase back in June with that. This was another one that's a challenge. So I'm challenging myself
To perform.
to perform, which I don't like to do. I don't like to be in the limelight. I hate it. But I'm not, I get a whole different mindset when I'm doing this because I'm not thinking on anybody there but my dance. And I'm enjoying the movements. I'm enjoying the fluidity. That is a whole different, I'm in my own little world.
Nothing hurts while you're
Nothing
moving.
hurts. No, nothing hurts. No.
So tell me about the shoes. Are those heels that you're wearing? They're
I
little
think
heels?
about a 2 inch at the most. Sometimes I wear a smaller one, but usually around 2 inch. I can't tolerate some of them wear them really high, but they're regular dance shoes. They've got a fleece bottom. I'm not fleece, suede sole. So it makes it easy to move and smooth, and you keep that sole clean. You brush it to keep it clean so it doesn't get flattened out. You know, be slipping and sliding in it. So I wear regular dance shoes.
And then the costume or outfit you just choose.
I have my own clothes. When I do the showcases, I wear something like you would wear to a party, an elegant party, New Year's Eve or whatever.
Right.
And I've got plenty of those because my husband and I did a lot of parties when we were younger. And lucky enough, I'm still the same size. So I'm able to wear those things for showcase.
For those of you watching, she's as big as my pinky finger. You're a beautiful tiny woman. For sure. Hey Sue, how about another one of those dances?
Okay, we have two left, so we'll have to,
That's okay.
spread them out here. But this one, I am really looking forward to watching. It's a hustle.
I love it.
A lot of twirling and turning.
Yeah, when I get through with that, I say, thanks, Chad. You really killed me.
Nice. Nice. Well, it does happen to help with balance, correct? Like the
Absolutely.
physical-
Absolutely. Yes.
physical benefits of this.
This is the whole reason. Basically, I had to keep physical because that's just who I am. I can't function unless I do something. Being the aerobic instructor, I've always been physical. Anyway, I got tired of all the other boring stuff. So this is why I said with dancing, I'm enjoying the dance. It's giving me my physical strength that I need. It's doing other things other than just satisfying my wants.
Right.
So that's why.
Do you choose the music to these dances or he chooses
No,
it?
when I do a showcase, I choose the dance I want to do, but he chooses the music.
Okay.
Yeah, he knows what goes with what. I don't.
That's all right.
Yeah,
It can kind of flow with that dance through a different
any kind of music and yeah. So he looks for whatever can go with a bolero or with a rumba or whatever. He's got his own little portable sound system.
It's funny because I feel like music is something that is so passionate. When you're sitting here, what you guys don't see is her feet tapping and her moving, like even to the point that it's something that music pulled you in.
Absolutely.
And it allows for you to be able to do this movement when it's a memory too. You think of how much remembering where are my feet supposed to be, where are my arms supposed to be,
Right.
what's my next movement. There's a lot of memory.
things going on, and it's keeping me functioning.
Right.
I mean, we have to keep our brain working along with our bodies.
Right.
Otherwise, we deteriorate too quickly. Right. And I choose not to do that. I want to make every moment matter. I have hardwood floors, which Katie, you can see here. And thank goodness, because when I have the music on, I get an urge and I can dance throughout my area that's got the hardwood floors. I grab my husband's picture and I'm holding it while I'm dancing. So it's therapeutic for me.
Right. Right.
Absolutely.
Was he a dancer too? You said you had a lot of parties.
Polka.
Oh.
Polka dancing and slow dancing, which was his own style, of course. And he wasn't interested in ballroom. He was stuck with what he could do.
Right.
So we enjoyed dancing together, but it's just not something he wanted to get into was ballroom. We did square dancing also.
Oh.
When we were, oh golly, we were a very young man. Back in the 70s.
Years ago.
Just a few years ago, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, so that's where it all began, just the dancing, and that's what we did. We dated was dance.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's still brought into my dancing, even though he's not with me physically. He's with me emotionally and spiritually.
It was the time that was right for this, for you. I applaud you because it is a chance that I'm going to call and I'm going to meet somebody at the dance studio and I'm going to learn something.
Mm-hmm.
And were there ever points where you thought, I'm just not sure I'm going to get this? Or did you just stay?
Oh yeah, there were many, because he's keeps teaching me new steps, new movements, new techniques. And I'm not getting it right. Next time I will get it right. I'm not getting it right. Then I do. And he says, do you remember when you did such and such? And now you do like it never, you always do it. So this will happen. So he just keeps reassuring me, just take time and do this, because I'm not doing basics anymore. I'm doing silver and gold and just, yeah, much more than just the basics. So, in fact, I get spoiled when I go to social dancing because I'm so used to dancing with Chad and following him so easily. And when I'm at a social dance, I have to stop and really pay attention to that partner who leads differently and moves differently. So that's another challenge. But challenges are good for us, right? Because when we accomplish and we just feel like we conquered the world.
So who's seen your showcases? Friends, family, who's come?
Both. I've had my neighbors come. I have a book club, so my book club members came to see me once. Other friends that I know from that I play mahjong with. Yeah, just and my kids. My kids have been here already, so they've seen me dance. Well, my one daughter didn't, but I showed her a tape. So she got to see me on tape or on DVD. But yeah, yeah.
I do want to remind people, if anybody has any questions, you can put them in the chat or in the Q&A, because Jackie is more than willing to answer questions from anyone.
Yeah, I would like to refer my instructor. If anybody's interested in taking classes, I'd be more than happy to share his number for anybody want to call and talk to him.
What would you say to somebody that's out there saying, oh, are you kidding? I could never do that. What would you say?
How do you know if you haven't tried?
Thank you.
I didn't think I could either. In fact, I said when I went to that first social dance, I had 2 left feet. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be able to. Well, yeah, if you try taking classes, maybe you can learn something, So, but there were group classes, but I know I had done that already. So now I wanted private classes so that I could really grab what I wanted to learn.
And one-on-one is so important to just getting the steps.
But if you just want to do simple dancing, basic stuff, group classes are acceptable. It gets you there. Depends on what you want to accomplish. Yeah.
Wonderful. Sue, are there any questions, or do you want to play the last clip and then go through some questions at the end?
Well, I'm running into an issue with the last video because it's sideways and I'm trying to flip it, but so far I have not had any luck flipping that particular one.
Why don't we just tell our participants to turn their head to their left ear on their left shoulder and watch the video?
Well, I'm trying to see if I can make this any bigger, but it's not working. But I am happy to play it in a sideways fashion. I just wish, because I know it's yet another one of her favorites. This one is another waltz. And for some reason, I think when it was recorded sideways. And so that's the way it's coming up on our tape. So let me share.
Yeah, see, I did the same thing on my computer, not this one though. That's why I'm concerned. Why would I do with this one?
Okay, right ear on right shoulder.
Right.
Okay, here we go.
There it goes.
Oh,
There it goes. No, it keeps switching. There's something with the way it's taking on the computer. It did not do that the original DVD. Yeah, this is just a regular waltz. Now, this is a foxtrot. Let me see these others. This is a foxtrot. How can I make a mistake? That's really cool. There's somebody out there more. Foxtrot models are so close.
All right, let's hear.
My mistake, Sue. That was not a waltz. That was a foxtrot.
Well, quite all right. And I have some questions for you now.
Okay.
wait, before we get to those questions, Jackie, what's the difference between a waltz and a foxtrot?
Not much, as you can tell. Because
I couldn't.
yeah, the beat for one thing. Yeah. So, and I was watching my leg movements because when you do a foxtrot, you're more keeping both feet on the ground. Where when you do a waltz, you're kind of stepping up, you're up and down. So I was watching my feet. I thought, that's not a waltz. That's a foxtrot.
Right.
So, I mean, but you can't really, it's hard for me sometimes to even know what I'm going to be dancing until my instructor starts leading me because they're so close as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, they're very close.
Sorry, Sue.
Quite all right. So, now they're coming in here. This person said, forgive me if you already told us this, but have you been in any competitions? Okay.
Not one. Not interested in competing. I only compete with me.
Do you enjoy watching competitions?
Absolutely. Gives me some interest in furthering what I can do, but not that I want to compete, just because I want to be as good as them.
And this person said, I've seen some on television before, but never in person. They would love to watch one in person because it sounded interesting to them.
Well,
Okay.
they would like to see a showcase that I can always give information to the studio where they do the showcase, and they have an opportunity to see not just me, but others.
I think a lot of us might like that.
I need to get the card for the studio if I can do that.
Okay.
Okay.
And take the opportunity to show you guys her Christmas tree. While she walks away. So it's the first question as the care coordinator was, how in the world did you get that beautiful bow on the top of that beautiful Christmas tree? And the correct answer was given. I didn't. My daughter did. That is the correct answer, all you Kendal at Home members. Okay, sorry.
Okay, I have the number of the studio that it's going to be holding the showcase in February. Oh, I don't know the date now. I didn't put the date down.
You can let me know.
Yeah, well, you want the information as far as the website? For the-
Sure.
Okay, it is www.dance@whim,
Thank you.
And they have studios in Solon
Solon.
and Beechwood.
No,
No, this is Solon.
this is just Solon, and the teacher that I have is Chad Taddy. Let me give you his number, okay? 440-213-0515.
Thank you.
And he can answer any questions that anybody has, because he's been a teacher for many years. I mean, since he was in his 20s.
So I have another question. Do you have a recommendation for a first dance to learn for someone who has never done ballroom dancing before?
The foxtrot is something that's easy enough, and also the rumba.
Okay. And then I have one more question so far. What is your favorite dance?
The Viennese waltz.
Which is why it was your first choice for us to play
Right.
today.
Yes.
When she said it, her face lit up. So it's what makes that dance so special to you?
It's just what I feel when I'm dancing. It's just so smooth and elegant, and it just makes you feel like you're a princess. Yeah, it's just the way I feel.
I love it.
Yes.
If anyone has any other questions, please feel free to type them in. Jackie, this has been so informative, and you can just see your joy as you talk about dance.
It's my passion. And what could be more better than at the age of, can I say it, 86, to have a passion of some kind? It's just awesome to me that I'm able to, that I can do this. I mean, I'm surprised at myself, to be honest with you, because I really didn't think I could even accomplish what I did. But it's amazing.
Well, it sounds like you were, as you were speaking about different things, you said a book group and you play mahjong and, your neighbors. There's opportunities that you are going out and reaching out to other groups and other people.
Social life, yeah, right.
Like it doesn't just come to you. You are actively seeking.
Absolutely. If you wait for something to come to you, you might as well crawl under a bed and stay there. You've got to go out and look and try. Don't be afraid to try something new, because you won't know if you can do it unless you try it.
Right.
Absolutely.
And the focus on fun. Like this is all encompassing.
Right.
Social, emotional, physical. This is all encompassing.
Exactly. It's an overall body connection. Absolutely. Mind body connection.
Well, good.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. I don't see any other questions popping up in either the chat or the Q&A. And Jackie, thank you so much for sharing your passion with us. And Katie, thank you for being there to help with questions and technical support while we did this. We are recording this and it will be available on our YouTube page by the end of this week or early next week. And again, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Jackie.
Yes, yes. Thank you, everybody.